let's see if I can do it. Yeah. 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 Whoever thinks that reading isn't a gym activity or like a physical activity has never tried to lift a huge pile of books. Huge. Okay. I will put it down. Hi there, Booktube! How are you today? My name is Christina and today I would like to talk about a bunch of books that I bought thanks to Booktube. Or I would better say thanks to Booktubers, because these are all books that I bought thanks to the suggestions given by some fellow Booktubers. Without further ado, I would like to start with the books that I've already read. The first book in this list is Everything, Everything by Nicola Yoon, and I've already talked about this book, so you already know what it is all about. I think that this was a great suggestion and I picked this one up thanks to a suggestion of a lot of booktubers, so a lot of people loved it and I was very curious, and this was my first book by Nicola Yoon, so I definitely will check something else written by her soon. The second one is not a book, it's actually a trilogy, and it's the Peculiar Children trilogy written by Ransom Riggs. I've already talked about it and I think that all of you already know what it's all about. So we have the first book and it's Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Then we have Hollow City, and the last one is Library of Souls, and I am currently reading this one, so yeah, I'm already facing the goal of completing this series this year, and I think that by the time this video will go up and will be uploaded, I will already finish it. The third one is Nimona by Noelle Stevenson, and I've already talked about it and I've already said how much I loved it. It's a graphic novel. I discovered it thanks to Booktube, and as you already know, this graphic novel is all about a young girl who tries to become the sidekick of a villain, and we have a lot of humor, a lot of feelings, some unexpected twists in the story, so it's a great graphic novel, and if you have never read any graphic novel at all, this could be a great starting point. From here on, I will show you the books that I've already bought, but that I've not read yet. These are some of my TBR books. As you already know, I don't have a TBR pile, a precise TBR pile. I have a lot of books to read, but these are the ones that I bought thanks to Booktube, and I'm going to say to you just a couple of things about each and every book, because since I've not read them yet, I cannot say a lot more. The first one isn't actually a book, it's a manga, and it's Orange, the first volume of Orange, written by Ichigo Takano. And this is a manga that really exploded on Booktube. I've never heard so many booktubers talking about manga. I decided to give it a try because for almost all my high school years and then a little bit in the university, I was a huge manga reader. I really read a lot of manga, and this one I hope that it will make me feel as I used to feel while reading manga, very involved, very emotional. Usually Japanese people are really amazing in like giving you a hope, and they're tearing your heart apart, and I don't know why I enjoy it, but I do. So this is the one that I'm planning to read, of course. The next book is The Rest of Us Just Live Here, and it's a book written by Patrick Ness. I've never read anything written by him, so I'm quite curious to know his style and how he writes, and I really loved the idea behind this book, so I'm quite curious to know how he developed it. This book is all about someone who lives in a town, I think it's a town, not a country, by someone who lives in a town full of superheroes, people with superpowers, and he has none of it, and so It's just, I think, a journey to figure out how you can be special in your own way without having any superpowers and just by being you. I'm really curious to know how this theme will be developed in this book, and as soon as I will read it, I will let you know. Then we have The Goose Girl by Shannon Hale. I really love this book cover. It's so pretty. It's so and so fairy tale-ish, if you know what I mean. I really don't know much about this book. I just know that it's quite like a fairy tale. It's all about this girl who has to regain its own position. She's a princess and she has to try to become the queen, and there is a lot of, I don't know, gentle feelings, I think, something like the Cinderella live movie, in which the main phrase was "have courage and be kind." I think that this book gives me that kind of vibes. Next book is Night Circus, written by Erin Morgenstern. I don't know if I'm nailing her name, I'm not sure, but this book is one of the big book explosions on Booktube. A lot of booktubers recommended it, so this was a great success. I've not read it yet, so I don't really know what I think about it. I just know that this book is about this circus that moves around. It appears from nowhere, it disappears in the thin air, and there is this great battle competition going on between two characters in this book, and the circus is basically a setup for their competition. And I don't know anything else about this book, but it really intrigued me, and I'm really curious to know what's the story all about and how it will end. Next book is Snow Like Ashes, written by Sarah Rush, I don't know. All about a kingdom that has to be restored, the Winter Kingdom, and we have only a bunch of survivors, and they're trying to get back their kingdom, the magic of winter, and I am all about it. I want to know more. I want to read it as soon as I can. This one is the first book in a trilogy. I think that it's a trilogy. So I want to get to this one, read this one. I really hope that I will love it, because I'm so curious, and the idea of different kingdoms characterized by the seasons is really great. I really love the idea, and I can wait to read it. I've picked this book thanks to the suggestion given by a booktuber whose name is Highly in Bookland, or it's her new name here on YouTube, but if you're following her you already know it, that she changed the name of her channel and now it's Highly in Booktube. And I remember that she really loved this book, and so I decided to pick it up and to give it a chance and to see how it goes. The next book was again a huge book explosion. It's this baby. Yes, it's Throne of Glass, the first book in the series, written by Sarah J. Maas. I have to confess, I've never read anything written by Sarah J. Maas. This is the first one that I'm buying and that I want to read. I know that she has another amazing series going on, and this one isn't over yet. I'm so late jumping on this train, but I'm really curious and I really want to know what it's all about. I just know that it has an amazing female protagonist, the one that's portrayed here. As you may see, I had the UK edition that I bought in Barcelona. Yeah, it's strange, but I bought it during a trip in Barcelona when I went to an English bookshop, and it was there, and I looked at it and I said, okay, now is the time. I have to buy you and bring you home and finally give a chance to this series and see what I think about it. If you've already read it, or if you're reading it right now, let me know what are your thoughts and opinions about this one, and if I have to pick it up as soon as I can, or maybe if I can wait a little bit. Now we have again a book that it's loved by so many people here on Booktube, and I've never read it, and shame on me for it, and I'm going to, I promise, and it's Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. By Rainbow Rowell. Who of us has never been a fanboy or a fangirl? I mean, maybe when we were little, or as teenagers for boy bands or girl bands, and then when we grow up we become huge fans of TV series and books. For some of us it's the thing that we are fangirling around. So I think that it will be a fun read. Next book is Ready Player One by Ernst Klein? Not sure about it. I bought this book during my SAO phase, Sword Art Online phase. I was so into it. I wanted to watch and read as much as I can about something similar, and this gave me the right vibes. Here we have a boy who's not comfortable with the real world in which he is living, and he tries to escape by going into a virtual reality utopia, and then he discovers that it's not a utopia at all, and from that point we have all the book going on. So I'm really curious to know how this one has been developed, how the utopia has been portrayed, and what's going on in this world. If you've read it and you want to suggest it to me, please write down below and I will be sure to try and check it out before any other. Next we have Beautiful Broken Things, written by Sarah Barnard. It's glowing in the light. Yeah, the cover is amazing. I mean, it's a paperback, but the cover is still amazing. I really like it, and I've picked that up because I was really intrigued by the story. I know that it deals with friendship among three girls. So we have two best friends, and then one girl comes in and she changes everything. I mean, it's something that happens in life when you have a best friend and then someone else joins in, and for a little bit you have this situation which is not balanced yet, and you have to create a new kind of environment for all of you. It could get quite difficult, but usually you always figure it out. So I hope that this book will give me that real kind of feeling when you are into a friendship, a strong friendship. If you've read it, please let me know if I'm just imagining things or if I will find something like that here. Just let me know. The next book is the one that intrigued me so much when I heard for the first time about it, and it's Ink, written by Amanda Sun. This is the first book in a trilogy or a series, I'm not sure. I know that there is a second and a third book. I'm not sure if there is a fourth book, I don't know. But aside from the fact that the cover is gorgeous, very, very gorgeous, I really like it from every side, and it's a paperback and it's amazing for being a paperback. This book intrigued me so much because it is set in Japan. It's about a girl who moved to Japan not due to her will, and she has to face all the struggles of a person who comes to a foreign country and has to learn everything about it. And at a certain point she meets a boy, and strange things happen when they are near to each other. And I think that there is a lot about Japanese mythology, and we are coming to the last two books of this video. The first one is Roses, and as it says on the cover, is the first book in the Tales trilogy. So I know that there is already the second book out. I don't know if the third one is already out. I bought this book thanks to the suggestions of a book Utopia. I remember that I've chosen this one because of her suggestions, and the only thing that I really remember is that it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I was fascinated with the way Sasha described this book. so I wanted to give it a try and to read it. I really hope that I will like it because Beauty and the Beast is one of my all-time favorites. And last but not least, we have The Scandalous Sisterhood of Prick Willow Place, written by Julie Berry. And if I'm remembering well, I picked that up thanks to the suggestion of Richard's Book Nook. I think that it will be a funny read and even a quick one. And for this video, this is it. Those were the books that I bought thanks to Booktube and thanks to Booktubers' suggestions. And if you want to tell me and suggest me which one I have to pick up next, write me down here. And for now, this is it. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you very, very soon. Bye! Ciao!